up, guys? It's Automotive Anonymous, and if you're new to my channel, I typically do car reviews, 0 to 60s, cool stuff like that, but today I'm in a 23 Limited Forester. I've reviewed 5 of the 6 trim levels now, everything but the base, so I want to tell you guys 5 things that I love about the Forester, and maybe I'll include a little bit of what I don't like so much. So let's get right into it. I'm going to link this vehicle below if anyone's interested. Otherwise, the first thing that I love about the Forester is the physical buttons and the moderately sized touchscreen. It has the 8-inch screen on this one, the way it's spec'd with the Harman Kardon system, and physical HVAC buttons. The 11.6-inch screen on a lot of the other Subarus, it does look good, but when everything is controlled by the screen, if it glitches, you know, it can slow you down, or if you have to take your eyes off the road versus just finding the knob, that you know what it does. Additionally, the heated seats, they're down there by the shifter, which I really like. This Forester is likely going to be around for at least 1 more year, probably for the 2024 model year before it gets redesigned, because it had the refreshed facelift in 22, so they'll keep it for a few years, and let's hope that that doesn't change. Additionally, it has the CD player, which I love. The second thing I love about the Forester is you could be roughly any height, anywhere from low 5 foot to mid 6 foot, and you could easily fit in here. I'm 5'11", and even with the moonroof, I have roughly 4 inches of height above my head. If you were even taller than that, obviously it's not all torso length, some of that would be your legs, and I could imagine 6 inches taller, and I'm gonna feel just fine. If you had to, you could always recline a little bit. Something I've not done a great job of showing you guys in the past is the back seats do recline. There's a little strap on the corner next to the door, so you can recline back there, but sitting behind myself, I have a whole lot of room, and that's something I love. The third thing I love about the Forester is for being about the same width and length as the Crosstrek, it does really well with its cargo capacity. It has roughly 29 feet of cubic room behind the back seat, and if you fold those seats down, you can car camp because you have about almost 74 cubic feet of room back there. So it has about 20 more cubic feet of room total than something like the Crosstrek, and it's going to fit in your garage pretty similarly, assuming height clearance is not an issue. That's something I really like about the Forester, because it has such boxy dimensions. You really don't miss out on a lot, and you could fit a whole lot of stuff back there. And with those all-weather mats, and if you had some bungees or rope to tie stuff down, you could have the hatch open and you could fit some long objects back there. I have no doubt that you could easily fit a love seat. Heck, I've even hauled a safe when I was taking that home back when I had the Crosstrek in those days. So it's another thing I love. The next thing I love is the headlights. Now you get LEDs on even the base model. That's part of Subaru's decision to keep their top safety pick. Plus, it's probably not only from the generosity of their heart, but it's to keep that safety rating, and I think it was a good call because those LEDs are probably about twice as bright as the halogens used to be. Put out a whole lot more output, so when you're driving on roads like this at night or in the early morning like I do when I go to work, you want to see what's on the road. There's always shredded tires, dead animals, live animals, a whole lot of interesting creatures that you'll pass. So having LED headlights, even if it saves you one accident or a few close calls, I think is going to be worth any time and money premium that could have been, like it is on other Subaru models. But thankfully, if you get the Forester, you can just sit there loving that because it's included. The fifth thing I love is in the Limited, we have black leather. It looks really good, but it is a dark color. You have the option though, you can get cloth in multiple colors. You could get Star Text in the Wilderness, or you could get Napa leather in the Touring. So Subaru gives you a lot of options between the color combinations, all the natural light that comes from these really tall windows, and the ginormous panoramic moonroof. It can look really bright, really cheery in here. Something that a lot of people are gonna like, and something that I love. I'm feeling generous, so I'm gonna give you a bonus thing that I love about this Forester, and that is it's incredibly well suited to daily life. Subarus in general seem to make your life a little bit easier by being such an all-around, well-balanced vehicle. And speaking of the capacity of the Forester, I didn't want to mention this earlier because we know Subarus are incredible off-road. We know they're good at managing a lot of weather conditions. But something you guys might not have known is how good the approach angle is on something like this. It's rated at 25 departure, 23.5 approach with a 21-degree breakover. So that breakover, because of the short wheelbase, is actually a little bit better than the Toyota 4Runner, although the approach and departure angle, not quite as good. But they are quite competitive for this size of vehicle. And while we're cruising on the highway, 33 mpg, what's not to love about that? Now that we've covered the things I love, there's one other daunting thing to mention, and it's what I don't love, what I don't even like about the Forester. If you've seen any of my other reviews, you probably know what's coming, and it's the powertrain. Why is there only one available powertrain for a vehicle that sells, you know, over 150,000 of these every year in the United States? We only have the 2.5 Boxer and the CVT. The CVT I do think is pretty good compared to other competing CVT transmissions. I don't honestly have that much of a problem with it. But the Boxer, 182 horse, I want a little bit more. Why can't this be like all the Hellcat, Dodge Charger, Dodge Challenger variations where you have about 11 powertrain combinations to pick from? I do wish that Subaru would maybe offer the 2.4 turbo. I'd probably upgrade to a Forester myself if it did over my Outback Wilderness. Or what about a fun street version? Maybe the Sport that could get the 2.4 Boxer from the BRZ that makes 228 horse and revs to 7,500. Give that a nice 6-speed manual and have a good time. But that's just my suggestion. I know that Subaru can't build cars based off of the 2% of us who actually buy the enthusiast version anymore. They have to do what sells, and the basic Boxer, the basic CVT, that's what the majority of consumers buy, and it's a good powertrain. But that's my gripe. And if you made it this far, guys, thanks for checking out another one of my Subaru videos, or one of my reviews in general. If you enjoyed this video, if it benefited you in any way, please consider liking to help it get shared. Subscribe if you want to bookmark my channel and watch other stuff. And comment, tell me what you want to see next. I'm interested to hear from you guys. Until next time, take care.